Been almost 2 years now since the Mandela Effect took the internet by storm and started spreading like wildfire. And the mainstream media has finally caught on and done a story on it. Fox News last night aired a story on the Mandela Effect, and I'm glad they have because it leads people to look into things that they might not normally be researching or checking out, like quantum physics and multiple realities, parallel universes, multiple dimensions, things like that. So I'm glad that they're covering it, and I hope that some people will start to peek out of their box a little bit and look into other things. So the story was what you would expect, but not totally. I mean, I'm glad they touched on the parallel universe aspect of it, but it's so much more than just a parallel universe. But at least they're, at least they're touching on that. But they had to have the professor there. There's the professor. They had the professor from Arizona, and psychology professor there, and he's talking about some things that I hadn't even heard of. I was surprised during this story that I didn't hear about confabulation, misattribution of memory, or cognitive illusions. But he did talk about recombination. So, as one of his explanations, where you have Skippy and Jif, and you just combine them and, you come up with Jiffy. Or you have the Planter's Peanut guy and Mr. Rich Uncle Pennybags from Monopoly. And they both have top hats, so you just kind of take the monocle off of the peanut and put it on, the Rich Uncle Pennybags, and then that's how we all have that cultural false memory, as Mr. Gene Brewer would put it. So he talked about collective remembering and cultural false memories. So, of course, without doing much research, obviously, and a lot of what he says is true. I mean, what he's talking about is true. People do have false memories, and we reconstruct memories, and sometimes incorrectly. He didn't really address why, millions of people are all reconstructing their memories exactly in the same false manner. At the end of the story on Fox, they did say that since they did this, it's leading towards more research into the Mandela Effect. I think by Gene here, maybe, which he definitely needs to do some more research, because he's talking in general terms about memory, and the Mandela Effect is so much more than just what you can cover in general terms. So they didn't cover reality residue. They didn't cover Bible changes at all. They didn't cover car logos, geography changes. They left a lot out of this story, which definitely needs to be included. When you're talking about the Mandela Effect, people that see this, if this is the first time they're ever hearing about it, it makes someone wonder a lot more if they're presented with all these other changes that most of us know of and many people are experiencing. So, this is just such a big thing. It's the biggest thing to happen in human history, and for a 6-minute story to just kind of hit on, Looney Tunes and Luke, I Am Your Father, and just some of the most well-known effects. I mean, this is so much more involved, as most of you already know, but I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad. They kept kind of going back to the false memory thing, which I would expect. But I think the part that bugged me the most in this story was where I heard that Fiona Broome, who started the Mandela Effect, which is totally not true, she gave a name to a phenomenon that's been going on for who knows how long. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say they've been experiencing this for 20, 30 years. I know Cynthia Sue Larson has been writing books researching this for 25 years. And so Fiona Broome gave a name to what Cynthia has been studying and researching. So she didn't start anything. She didn't create anything. Oh my gosh, it bugs me so much when I hear people say that, you know, the Mandela Effect was started by a paranormal researcher with the last name Broom. I mean, go figure, you know, it's like a witch on a broomstick. I mean, come on, really? She didn't start anything. She just gave a name to a phenomenon that's probably been going on for thousands of years. We just didn't have the internet and way of exchanging notes thousands of years ago. So, yeah, so they said that Fiona Broome, who started the Mandela Effect, has convinced thousands of people that they're sliding through multiple universes. So that was their take on the multiple universes, that Fiona has convinced thousands of people like us. Fiona didn't convince me of anything. I mean, so I wish I would have been involved in making this, but it is what it is. I'm sure we'll start to see a lot more now. Finally hit the mainstream, the Mandela Effect, biggest thing to happen in human history, and incredible times. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes from here. So that's about it. I'll leave you with this still shot of Mr. Brewer here as he's talking about collective misremembering and recombination. Anyway, the link will be down below, everybody. Go create the reality that you want. I'll talk to everybody soon.